If you've tried endless diets and programs trying to lose weight, but nothing seems to work long term, I'm about to share with you the top 10 weight loss tips that's helped hundreds of my clients get an incredible result. Step 1 is getting your hunger and energy levels sorted. If you have low energy, everything is fucking harder. You're less likely to go to the gym, get your steps done, wake up early to train, or prep your food. If you're eating food and you're always hungry, constantly battling that head noise around food is going to keep you stuck. The good news is we can sort them both out with one simple change. The reason so many people are struggling with their hunger levels is because they aren't fueling themselves with the nutrients their body needs. Eating crackers, tuna salad, protein bars, protein shakes, all of this bullshit is very low in good quality nutrients. Because you're not fueling your body with good quality nutrients, you are always hungry. And you are mistaking that hunger for cravings. It's not craving chocolate, protein bars, chips, crackers. It's craving nutrients. Once you fuel your body with the right nutrients, you will finally overcome the root cause of your hunger and cravings. So as a priority, we want to be eating red meat, eggs, saturated fats, butter, good quality, nutrient-dense whole foods. For your sides, you want to get a high amount of volume in. Things like pumpkin, white potato, zucchini, pickles, cucumbers. You can eat strawberries, bananas, blueberries all day long, and it'll be very hard for you to gain weight doing that. These foods are great because they can add a lot of bulk to your meals, but you can eat a handful of M&Ms or crackers and chips and gain weight very quickly without actually filling yourself up. You need to look at your stomach like a balloon. The more you fill up that balloon, the fuller you will be. The goal is to fill up that balloon with as little calories possible so you can feel full without blowing out your calories and gaining fat. The next thing we need to overcome is weekend binging. You might be eating clean during the week. You prep your meals, brekkie good, but as soon as you get to Friday night, you just chuck everything out the fucking window and go ham, binge on food, and every single Monday you wake up and go, oh fuck, I've done it again, I'm back to square one. We need to cut that shit out. Because if you're fucking up 3 days a week, that's almost 50%. We're getting there, we're getting close. That's 3 out of 7 days. Nearly half that you're fucking. We need to overcome this. What most silly fucks do, which you're not gonna do anymore, is they go, oh, I'm gonna save my calories for dinner, so I'm not gonna eat all day. And they go out and let's say, for example, they're getting Italian. They go to the Italian restaurant on an empty stomach and they have all of this beautiful pizza, pasta, garlic bread, red wine. They have a little cheeky glass of wine and all of a sudden that little subconscious brain takes over and goes, you know what? I'm fucking starving. I'm taking control now. I'm gonna smash a whole pizza, garlic bread, and get ice cream on the way home because I don't give a fuck about your diet. And then the morning after you wake up bloated, feeling like shit, going, oh fuck, I've done it yet again. Why? Because you just haven't eaten for 24 fucking hours and gone to a beautiful restaurant where the food tastes amazing and wondering why you can't stop eating it. We aren't gonna do that anymore. So all you need to do is make this simple change. On the weekend, push your brekkie later in the day. Have it around 10 or 11. Make it low calorie, high protein. Omelets are a great example. Then from there, let's say you're going out for dinner. You're gonna have your lunch around 3 or 4. Then when you go out to dinner around 6 or 7, you're still quite full. You're gonna have a couple slices of pizza, but you're not gonna have a fucking whole pizza, a bottle of wine, and ice cream on the way home because you already have food in the belly. The key to you losing fat is keeping yourself full during times when you're tempted. Number 3 is track your calories and protein. Now, I get it, it can be tedious, but if you're struggling to lose weight, this is a guaranteed way for you to lose fat with no fucking around, so hear me out. There's plenty of free macro calculators online, so just check them out. They will give you a pretty good base to start from. It won't be exactly tailored to your goals, but it's an awesome base to start from. Not tracking your food is like going out for a night in the piss, tapping your card at every pub you go to, and never checking your bank account, and then wondering why at the end of the month all your money's gone. Track your food and hit your protein target as a priority. You can sort out carbs and fats later, but you need to hit your protein target to help you build and maintain muscle. It will also help with your hunger levels and performance in the gym. You need to stay under your calories so you can actually lose fat. You can eat as clean as you want, but if you're blowing out your calories, it's going to fuck your progress. Which brings me to number 4. We need to build a sustainable diet. I like to follow a 90-10 rule. The mistake a lot of people make is go balls deep into restricting themselves and it never lasts long term. A general rule I like to follow is Monday to Friday, whole foods only, and 1 to 2 meals a week where you can go out and let your hair down. Have a cheeky wine, go out for date night, maybe have a good old fashioned knock boots with the missus or mister, and enjoy yourself. This way you have balance week to week and you can actually sustain the diet long term. You can still work towards your goals and enjoy yourself without ruining your progress. Number 5, a healthy diet won't do anything unless you have a strong mind. Now, without getting too fucking woo-woo and going deep into the mindset shit, but it is important. A big mistake people make with their health is they stay stuck as the old version of themselves. For you to become a new version of yourself, the old version of you has to die. And it's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be habits that you've had for 20, 30 plus years that you need to break. And it's going to feel like there's a lot of resistance. But how we do this is a brutally honest reflection. Sit down, take a moment. Write down the version of yourself that you want to become. What do you wear? How do you look? What's your financial status? What goals have you accomplished? What do you do every morning? How's your mood? How's your relationships? Write down all of the things that you want this person to have. Once you've done that, write down all of the habits that this person has. How do they get successful? What do they do? What time do they wake up? What foods do they eat? Then all you need to do is look at your habits compared to that person's habits and then change them. It becomes really clear what habits that you have right now that aren't serving you and getting you closer to your goal. Because deep down you know the person with the body, relationship and energy levels of your dreams isn't out there fucking watching Netflix until 12 a.m. in the morning, smashing their face with twisties and chocolates for hours on end and waking up feeling like shit. They're getting after it, they're going to the gym, they're eating clean and they have earned the life that they have. Once you write everything down on a piece of paper and figure out what habits you have right now that aren't serving you and what habits you need to develop to get you to where you want to be, then the process becomes a lot easier. Which brings me to number 6, confidence. Confidence is key. Building your own confidence and self-worth. All confidence is the fact that you value your word. If you keep telling yourself that you're going to wake up and go to the gym and you don't do it, your confidence in yourself and your word drops down. If you wake up every morning and for 2 weeks straight you told yourself you're going to go for a 10-minute walk and you do that for 2 weeks, all of a sudden you have more confidence in yourself and your word. Stop overcommitting yourself and start small, but actually get it done. You are better off getting 2 30-minute strength sessions done a week than you are telling yourself you're going to do 5 and only do 3. Because then you're not going to value your word and it's going to be a lot easier for you to fall back on what you've committed to. So stop overcommitting, start small, and build up from there. Make it easy for yourself. It does not need to be so fucking hard. I used to have every single bad habit under the sun. Drinking, smoking, gambling, drugs, weed, everything. And I broke all of those bad habits by doing this one thing. I stopped filling the house up with all of those temptations. The main thing you need to do to make it easy is limit temptation. And we do that by number 1, stop filling your house up with so much shit. If it's there, you're gonna eat it. And I understand, you save a bit of money when you buy the bulk pack of chocolate. If you want a chocolate, buy a single serve. Don't buy the bulk pack. Because the money that you're saving on that bulk pack, you're gonna spend 1,000 times more on fucking diabetes medication. So it's definitely not worth it. Costco can get fucked. And number 2, making meal prep easy. You don't need to prep food with 1,000 different sides and cut up 80 different vegetables. Pick your protein, pick your side. So I like having meat with pumpkin. Pumpkin because it's low in calories and I cook meat in the slow cooker, so it takes literally 10 fucking minutes to do. I will make a video on this in the future, so make sure you subscribe and follow and I'll show you exactly how I do that. But you want to make it easy. I only cook for 10 minutes a day. I turn on the slow cooker in the morning and I come home and dinner is ready. Every Sunday I have barbecue night, and whilst that's cooking, I make meal prep for the week. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm also spending time with the family while the barbecue is cooking. I don't cook at all during the week. All I do is turn on a slow cooker and heat up my food as I go. If you're cooking for more than 10 or 20 minutes a day, you're not going to stick to it long term. You need to make it easy for yourself. Simple recipes, 1 or 2 ingredients. Stop fucking around with all these different salads and snacks. It's going to take too long and you're not going to stick to it. For number 8, you need to be consistently moving the body, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. I recommend a 10,000 step target every single day. The best way to do this is by getting in at least a 3 to 4K walk in the morning, and then over the course of the rest of the day, you can naturally get your steps up. You can also add in sneaky steps throughout the day. Maybe take your dog out for a walk when you have a phone call, park your car a little bit further away, get off at an earlier bus stop so you can walk an extra K to work. You don't necessarily need to set aside extra time to do this. You can just make a few small changes and hit your 10,000 steps pretty easy. If you're someone who's very time poor or you live in an area where you don't really have access to footpaths or or the weather's shocking all the time, you can get on a piece of cardio equipment, steady state for 30 minutes. So you don't need to be doing any high intensity interval training. Literally just go at a cruisy pace, get your heart rate up for 30 minutes a day, and that will be plenty. For number 9, we have the GOAT, strength training. Big misconception people make is I'm gonna go train 5 times a week. Like I mentioned before, you're better off doing 2 days, starting with 2 and then building up over time. You need to allow time for your body to adjust. No bro splits either. People go in and they waste an entire day on biceps. If you're training 1 to 3 days per week, I would do a full body training split, meaning you're focusing on all muscle groups over the course of each day. If you're training from 4 to 6 days per week, I would do an upper lower training split. And lastly, the glue that brings it all together, a solid sleep routine. There's been studies done where they put people through the exact same diet and exercise program, but they gave one group 4 to 5 hours sleep and another group 7 to 8 hours sleep, and the group that slept for 7 to 8 hours built more muscle and lost more body fat just from sleep alone. All you need is a solid sleep routine. A perfect day starts the night before. Here are my favorite sleep hacks. Number 1, lay out your clothes for the gym the night before. Put them next to your phone so when the alarm goes off, you instantly see your gym clothes. The next one is setting up your phone away from your bed. So when the alarm goes off in the morning, you need to get up to go turn it off. No more hitting snooze every 5 to 15 minutes and then rolling back over. Cut out caffeine 12 hours before bed. It stays in your system for a lot longer, so even though you feel tired, you're not getting as good a quality sleep as you could. Also looking into magnesium before bed. I take a high dose of magnesium glycinate and I sleep solid every single night. People focus too much on what time they wake up in the morning and not enough time on when they go to bed. Stop binge watching Netflix and stop scrolling before bed. Try and get to sleep as early as possible so you can wake up early for the gym, but still get your 7 to 8 hours. This will be the last blueprint that you ever need.